This is the egg sucking lab, which goes with lesson 30 in your friendly chemistry course. In lesson 30, you will have been discussing Charles' law, which is the relationship between the temperature of a gas and that gas's volume. For this activity, you'll need a glass container with a narrow mouth on it. Now, my container here is a plastic container, and I'm not going to actually do the lab here for you because I don't have a good glass container to show you. But you'll want a glass container with a narrow mouth. The ideal size of the opening is one that's slightly smaller than the diameter here of a hard-boiled egg. Okay, so this one here is just about ideal. It could be a little larger and work just fine. So you'll need a glass container, and if you can find the old corn syrup bottles before they started making them in plastic, the glass ones of those worked great. If you have access to any lab equipment, flasks work great. A 250 milliliter flask is just about ideal for this activity. Again, it's the size of the opening which is the most important factor, and the fact that it's made of glass. Okay, you'll also need several boiled eggs, peeled boiled eggs, and if you can use the store-bought eggs, which peel a little smoother, you'll also want access just to a little bit of water because you're going to moisten the egg before you begin the activity. You'll also need some matches, and then some torn newspaper strips. And it's handy to have a little stick, or it can be a little piece of a metal rod or something like that for the lab itself. So to begin, what you'll do is we'll need to superheat the gas that's inside our glass container here. We want that gas to be extremely hot in there, and the way we do that is we take the newspaper and we wrap it kind of loosely, not too tight, and we'll insert it here in the top of our container. Okay, we'll just kind of get it right down in there like that, not too tight, and just about to where it's almost going to fall in there, but not going down too far in. Okay, then we'll take a match, and again, I'm not going to actually do this here because I've got the plastic container. We'll take a match, strike the match, and light this newspaper here. Now, be aware again, when we've done these labs with open flames, this will produce smoke, obviously, and if you have sensitive smoke detectors or fire alarms in your building, you may want to either disable those or take this lab outside or to a location where you won't affect a smoke detector. Okay, so you'll get this paper burning nicely here, and then with your stick, okay, and this step here has to happen pretty quickly. You'll take your stick and you'll quickly smash this paper so that it falls down all the way down into the jar, and then you'll have your egg handy and you'll want it moistened, and then you're going to plop that egg right on top there, and then watch. Now, if things go correctly here, the paper will continue to burn some down here. Now, sometimes this paper may smolder and the process won't work and you have to start over. But if things work as they should, the egg here will kind of sputter on top. It'll kind of up on top there a little bit because that gas in the side there is getting really hot. Okay, then the paper will consume the oxygen in there and it'll go out, and then the temperature here of the gas inside the container will fall, and as it falls, its volume decreases. Okay, because it's made of glass, unlike when we did the water bottle activity earlier, because the sides of this are glass, they won't they're strong enough that they can withstand the air pressure pushing in. However, the air pressure is going to act here now on the egg. So we have a decrease in volume of that gas on the inside, and the volume goes down, the pressure is going to also fall here, and it's going to suck the egg. The egg will actually be pushed down through the mouth of the container and plop right down into the bottom of your jar there. Okay, now if you've got a good combination of size and egg here, the egg should make it down whole. Sometimes some eggs get kind of stuck part way, or they'll actually tear and only part will go down, and so then you have to start again. Now if you do get an egg to go down all the way in and it's down inside your jar there whole, a fun way of getting it out, and this is just a little crazy but it actually does work, is you take and you put your hand over the mouth of the container, all right, the egg's down inside here, and you turn it upright, and the egg will roll down here near the mouth of the jar, and then you take and you blow hot air as fast as you can and hard as you can, just with your lips touching your hand. You don't have to touch the mouth of the container here with your lips, but blowing it as hard as you can, hot air, and then turn it upright right above your head there, and lots of times that egg, there's enough pressure, the gas inside expands again, the volume goes up, and that egg will plop right back out. And you have to kind of be careful though. Sometimes that egg may land right in your mouth, coming back out so fast. So just be aware of that you'll want to pull your face away as soon as you blow into it. Now, you'll want a good supply of boiled eggs, maybe at least a dozen if you've got a group of students, because this is a lab you just want to do again and again. And you can troubleshoot if you do have problems. Sometimes you want the paper to burn a little more before you get it down in there. There's lots of different adjustments you can make to creating a success with this very, very fun lab. So again, this is another demonstration of Charles' law, which is the relationship between temperature and the volume of a gas.